sorry, are you not understanding what I'm saying? Are the people in the back not understanding what I'm saying? Are the people in the back not understanding what I'm saying? I'll say it again. There's a group at the front of the room who understand me perfectly. How come the people at the back aren't laughing? Did you not get the joke? Oh, it's because you don't know sign language. Oh, and the interpreter's not speaking Nepali. So that means you miss out. That's what's happened to us pretty much all day. Not just all day, but all of our lives. We miss out on what you were saying because you don't include us. And we're dying to know what it is that you talk about. It's very frustrating for the deaf people who don't have access to what it is that you're saying. Communication is really important, isn't it? And anybody who comes here from any other country or who speaks any other language, they're struggling. Sign language is a real language, you know. And we all want to understand each other. We want to communicate. We want to be brothers and sisters. Obviously, we're all from Bhutan. I'm just like you. I was born able to hear, just like you. We all shared the same language until I was about 9 years old. That's when I became deaf. I went to camp. I was in the camp. I was in Golgotha, just like you. But they didn't give us an opportunity to go to school. We didn't get to learn like everybody else did. I mean, I had some people in my classes, like my friend up here, but most of you don't know me. He was very supportive of me. Thank you, Bai. He was very supportive of me. But until we learned how to read and write and use sign language, all we got was punishment. All we got was the end of a piece of bamboo. That's wickedness, to beat people because they can't hear and speak. That's shameful. The people that I grew up with were scared every day to go to school because we knew we were going to be punished for not understanding. We had a lot of challenges living in the camps. We didn't have the kind of support that everybody else did. We were picked on, we were bullied, we were hurt. We were told that we were lacto. How is that nice? I'm just like you. I'm equal to you. I'm not better than you, but I'm certainly not less than you. But just because I can't hear, just because my ears don't work, you think that my brain doesn't work? You think I'm deaf and dumb? You think I'm deaf and mute? That's not fair. I wanted to learn sign language. Look at how many students there were in my class. There were only about 10 of us. But there were a lot of us that wanted to learn. How come you guys didn't learn sign language? When I was 14, I started volunteering in the camp. I worked for no pay, but I gave all of my heart and all of my time. And we had picnics that you guys were hosting, but we weren't invited. We wanted to play soccer too, but you wouldn't give us the ball. We wanted to go to the picnic too. You called us dirty and dumb. We were left out. So we had to do our own. We set up our own soccer. We set up our own picnic. We had to have duplicates of everything in the camp. But I thought we were under one foundation. I thought we were one people. But the businesses here, the businesses in the camp, they didn't support us. didn't matter that we didn't have money, that we were poor. We all wanted to be included. We wanted to have fun. And there were opportunities to learn sign language, but those opportunities have gone away. Everybody's isolated now. We're all living very separately. I was able to pull about 10 deaf people here today to join us. And it's impossible living in America if people don't speak your language. I saw at least 25 different leaders up on the stage today. But I wonder how many of them have donated money to help with the deaf community, to help people learn sign language, to help the deaf get educated. Why do we have to get told no? Why are we considered second-class citizens? Why are we always the last to be considered? And once we're given the support that we need, we can succeed. We can do extremely well. I came to this country and I got a driver's license. I was able to find a job. I became a citizen. I even work as an interpreter, and I'm not the only one. So what can we do to be better as a community? What can the Bhutanese Nepali community do to be better as a community? What ideas do you have? Somebody in the audience say, don't ignore us. We're all the same people. Don't leave us out. Who else has an idea of how you can be supportive to this community? We want to be educated. This is what's coming from the audience. We want to go to school. We want to learn. And we don't want to go to school 1 day a week. We want to go to school 5 days a week. And we want to work. How are we supposed to be considered equal and not just taking handouts unless we're educated and experienced? We have the same bills that we have to pay that you do. While you're driving in your fancy cars, we're getting checks from the government as a handout. And the families that we're living with are taking those checks and improving themselves. But what about improving us? I'm Rupa, and I need to learn more sign language. I want to go to school at least 5 days a week, full time, just like everybody else does, so that I can continue to learn. Thank you, Rupa. What other ideas do people have? Because we can't solve this problem ourselves. We're looking to the greater community to help us solve our problems. Because it's not just a problem that we have, it's a problem of our language and our culture. It's a problem that our families have. I started learning sign language from a completely different group. They were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they came to help me. And they include a lot of time where they come to your house and they work with you. It's not something you can just learn in an hour. The other thing that's really important is that we need interpreters for us. We are sick and tired of our family members trying to be our interpreters. You cannot do that job. We need professional interpreters when we go to see our doctor. It's our health. It's our lives. How am I supposed to tell the doctor what I'm feeling if I'm a woman and I have to say so through my brother? So as we've heard, people want to be educated. They want interpreters. We know that there's a lot of really good businesses here that we support. We spend our money at your businesses. What are you doing to help us? When I was in New Hampshire, when we first moved to the United States, I started myself volunteering, picking up the community, driving them to a church, teaching them sign language, frustrated with the American system, people living in isolation far away from us, but we made it. We also need to continue to educate the American people who are living with us and next to us about our culture, about our Nepali culture. I work at Walmart. I teach a class at Walmart. My manager at Walmart has taken the time in the last 3 or 4 years to learn sign language. Have you? Because it doesn't matter where you're from, or what color your skin is, or what your last name is. Culture is culture. People are people. We can come together. How many of you came to say hello to us today? How many of you stepped out of your comfort zone to say hi? We just all had a conference called the World Deaf Refugee Day. The Himalayan Foundation had sponsored us for 30 people to go to New York to have a wonderful conference. Did you even know about it? Do you know what's happening in our community? Because we do all kinds of things. We went picking peaches, we go to the zoo, and I know you see us and you talk about us, but it's not just us, right? It's also people who are blind, there's also other people with disabilities, and we know that when you speak very quickly, we miss out on a lot of what you say. As you see here on the right, there's all these people wearing orange shirts. They're all deaf. They were in New York recently at this conference. This is how we led our group. We're doing things, but we have to do it on our own because the community that can hear and speak, and yes, I'm talking to you, not the ones who have been involved, but the ones who haven't, you need to reach out and make something happen. We're all working together. Connection is important. Communication is important. Come and say hello. Talk to us. See what we can do. When we're left isolated in our homes and you tell us that we're not allowed to go out, you're afraid to lose the Social Security money that we bring in, you're afraid to lose the home care money because you have us at home as people who can't function in the community, that's not right. There are groups and social activities that we want to participate in, and you need to let us go to these activities. There are lots of opportunities out there. Don't keep us stuck at home. Don't keep us isolated where we can't talk to even you because you won't learn our language. We really appreciate Till and the Himalayan Foundation and the board and everybody who's done a great job of bringing us into the fold. And we would really like your support as a community. And so if we've got 1 or 2 minutes, if there's anything that anybody would like to say where they would like to support us, we're interested in hearing. Nobody has any questions or comments? Nobody? Okay.
Thank you very much. I would like to know how widely these services are served in the community. That is my question.
There's one.
Hello.
So far, it's just been the Himalayan Foundation that's really been there to support us. We just sort of got connected within the last year. They've been functioning for at least since 2016 that I know of. They do have a sign language class here in Pittsburgh. I don't know if any of you have talked to Till and tried to sign up, but the sign language teacher is here with us today. I think it would be important for you who have deaf people in your homes to bring them to the class so that they can learn, and then come and attend yourself so you can learn.
Thank you. Really a great question. Very good.
यदि यहाँहरूलाई प्रश्न सोध्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने तपाईहरुले नेपालीमा पनि सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ है।
हेलो नमस्कार मेरो नाम अनु हो तपाईहरुले भन्नुभयो कि कसरी सहयोग गर्न सकिन्छ त्यो म बुझ्न चाहन्छु कि उहाँलाई कस्तो खालको सपोर्ट चाहिन्छ र कस्तो खालको सहयोग चाहिन्छ त्यसमा हामी गर्नको लागि तयार छौं हैन त्यो चाहिँ बुझ्न चाहन्छु हामी
I am Mrs. Anu. My question is, what type of support do you need? And please let us know how we can help you.
Thank you, Dee. What we really need is each family member who has a deaf person living with them to make sure that the deaf person's needs are met. If there's a class, if there's a function, if there's a party, if there's a picnic, and they want to go, please let them go. Please bring them to the event. Don't keep them at home because you don't want to go. They want to go.
Hello, my name is Santi Lama and my sister-in-law Sunita Pardan Lama. I mean Sunita Pardan. So we both have one question, same like an honor day. But if anything we can do for you and for your friend and your family, please welcome to ask us. And we really want to help to you. And please contact with our Himalayan Foundation's Pale Guru. So if we can definitely do. We are right front up for you guys. Anytime, please.
Thank you so much. We appreciate anybody who does want to speak with Till about the Pittsburgh side of things. That would be great. I, Bawani, am in Harrisburg, but we can certainly use help in Harrisburg as well.
Hi, I'm Enoch. People just call me E. I just have a really quick question. I'm not trying to offend anybody or anyone else around here, but my quick question is regarding my Bhutanese, Nepali community with American community. Like he mentioned on his PowerPoint slides, I saw some pictures, which is kind of pretty cool to me. I'm really interested on this kind of stuff. My real question is, what difference do you see between Bhutanese community in like with the sign language and regarding with the in the workplace with the American community? That's all I want to know.
Thank you, good question. So, in case you didn't know, all over the world people use sign language, but there's no two sign languages that are the same. There's Nepali Sign Language, there's American Sign Language, but even within American Sign Language there's different dialects, and within Nepali Sign Language, just like how there's the Tamang language and the Gurung language, there's also different sign languages. It's not just that it's one universal language around the world. So here in America, they cater to the deaf people in the workplace and they make sure that they have access.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Leslie Richardson. यहाँले छोटकरीमा पक्कै पनि
हामीहरूले नानीहरूलाई साकेला सिकाउँदै विभिन्न कल्चरल डान्सहरू सिकाउँदै नानीहरूले चाहिँ आज हाम्रो प्रोग्रामबाट $565 पनि सहयोग गर्नुभएको छ। सम्पूर्ण नानीहरूले $565 उहाँहरूले चाहिँ सहयोग गर्नुभएको छ यस कार्यक्रममा। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
सहयोगको लागि